They are not my children, and I know it.
What do you mean? What?
I want a DNA test done on all of them.
That would never happen.
There was something off about my children. I have always felt and believed that they are not mine. I am dark and so is their mother, but these children are just too fair for my liking. Then this dimple that I don't know where it came from. Nobody has dimples in my family. For a long time, I nurtured this feeling, but I couldn't even muster the courage to say it to my wife. My son fell sick, so I went to the hospital with her, and there he was, an answer to all my questions. Her favorite doctor. A spitting image of my son. I couldn't even believe my eyes. The same complexion, the dimples. I was heartbroken. How can my wife do this to me? I cried for days, then I told my family, and they followed me to see the doctor. Brother, this your wife has really dealt with you. She didn't even show you small mercy. How could she? She didn't even say let her give you just one. All your 4 children from another man. The disrespect started. My siblings started to look down on my wife despite the fact that she is the one feeding us all. She works with $1 million company and earns way more home than me, and that is the reason I have been so scared to say my mind to her. I came home one day and heard her exchanging words with my younger brother. Look at this one cheap woman, cheap slut. You think we don't know? You don't know what? My wife shouted. That all these monsters you call children does not belong to my brother. They are all from your doctor boyfriend. Immediately I stepped in. Did you just hear what your brother said? My wife shouted at me. Your brother just called our children monsters, and you stand there pretending that you didn't hear him. Aren't you going to say anything? I almost denied everything, but the man in me pushed me to make good use of this opportunity my brother created for me. Yes, I heard him well. I know they are not my children. As a matter of fact, I think I would like to do a DNA test. My wife froze and ran to the room. The days that followed were filled with silence. My children started to look like strangers in my eyes. I started to hate them for no reason. If we do the DNA test, who will pay the bills? She asked me one evening. I was silent, because where am I supposed to get that money? But I am a man and I know I could handle this. Then my wife requested that we get a lawyer. We signed an agreement that if the children are mine, then that would be the end of our marriage, and she would walk away with everything I have. But if they are not mine, then she would refund the money I spent for the test, then also pay me for paternity fraud. Also, I will get half of her monthly salary for 6 years. The entire agreement sounded nice to me. At least I am certain that any money I spend for the test would be refunded. I was so happy, so we proceeded with the test. The result came out, and surprisingly the 4 children are mine 100%. I became confused. I pleaded with my wife to forgive me, and let's be one family again. But she refused. She told me it's over between us. I sat and watched my wife walk away with not just all I have worked for, but also with my 4 beautiful children. The worst is that I borrowed money for that DNA test, and now the loan company is following me everywhere requesting for their money. They are literally after my life. I was later told by my uncle that my great-grandfather was very fair, and he even told me that 2 of my children look like him. I regret not trusting my wife. I wish I could take back the hands of time. Moral lesson. This story teaches that trust and communication are the foundation of every marriage. When a husband or wife allows doubt to grow in silence instead of talking openly with their partner, small fears can turn into destructive actions. The man's refusal to communicate with his wife, coupled with his insecurity, opened the door for family interference, disrespect, and chaos in the home. It also shows that outsiders should never have more influence in a marriage than the couple themselves. Allowing siblings, friends, or extended family to speak into sensitive matters only deepens conflict and weakens the bond between partners. In the end, the man's lack of trust, silent assumptions, and the intrusion of his family cost him everything: his marriage, his home, his peace, and even his children. Thank you for listening to my story. This is Amaka of Amaka's Forum. If you are coming across my channel for the first time, please subscribe, like, and comment to support my growth. To my subscribers, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you all. Do not forget to put on your notification bell for more interesting stories from Amaka's Forum. See you next time. Goodbye.